Joe Biden says he's going to stick it out, but should he? And also, the big question is, if Joe Biden were vegan, would he have had the cognitive breakdown he did during the debate? I say no. Also, something that everyone's calling for, they were calling for drug tests and things ahead of the the Republicans. They're so cute. They're like, if Trump loses the debate, it must be because Biden was on drugs. Well, now that he didn't lose the debate, no one's talking about the drugs Joe Biden's is on anymore, which is here's the thing though, veganism can't test, you can't test for that. No drug screening for vegans. See, we're just better. We're just better at connecting thoughts, and others better at critical thinking, better at basically everything that has anything to do with anyone who's kind of got a heart, soul, something interesting going on inside of their old thinker. I think that it's really important, and you could go vegan, and you wouldn't have just go plant based, Joe. Joe, just go plant based, Joe. If imagine if Joe Biden went vegan today, all those pro Hamas people could, instead of calling him Genocide Joe, they could call him Plant Based Joe. Wouldn't that be a better nickname, Plant Based Joe? I like it. I think I'm onto something here. I would go with plant-based Trump too. I mean, what if Trump went vegan? Vegan, I'm going vegan. I have an inflamed prostate. It's inflamed. It's inflamed. I go pee in my diapers. Going vegan. Imagine if Donald Trump went vegan today. What an incredible turn of events that would be. Might earn my vote. Imagine Donald Trump going vegan, and then all of his cultists going vegan too. We'd have a whole new movement. Imagine. And we wouldn't be allowed to be calling it vegan anymore, because Trump would make it a law that you have to call it vegan, or else off with their heads. Off with your heads. Kopf werden rollen. Anyway, that's what's happening. It seems fun, like his whole family, and they're all going to Camp David. Here's a picture of him getting off of the airplane on the phone going, "Listen, Mac, I want to tell you, I'm staying in the look, the idea that we beat Medicare. We beat Medicare, everybody. We did it. Supreme Court is expected to rule on Trump's immunity today. I've been awaiting with bated breath. Will Trump be immune? Could he murder a Supreme Court justice and be immune because he's a president? What if the Supreme Court justices were like, yes, immunity for everything except the murdering of a justice? Like, wouldn't that have been my amici brief? Look at this is Le Pen. Look at Le Pen. She's cracking up. She's laughing like the Joker here because she's winning. Le Pen is daughter of the other Le Pen. See, in France, America isn't the only one going crazy. In France, they also are having a far right wing rebirth renaissance thing. You're having a rebirth of the right wing in good old Le France, in the beautiful city of lights and love. They not only want to they don't just want to shut down the border, they want to deport anyone who has come in the last 100 years. They want to just get rid of everybody. They don't give a shit for the French. So we'll see what happens. Le Pen, she's in the snap election, they're calling it, which is like, in France they have an election. You just snap your fingers in order to elect someone, and then they try to count how many people they're snapping their fingers, and that's how they get right-wing dictatorships. So now you might have one soon. The French far right is happening. Israel released that one guy who was in charge of that one hospital that they thought was going to be used as a Hamas headquarter thing, and he's saying that they beat him up. Yeah, I mean, they thought you were Hamas. Maybe, I don't know what's going to happen there. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Boeing bought Spirit, which blows my mind. Boeing can't keep they keep on murdering their whistleblowers, but now they're like buying this. Fuck. You can't make this shit up. Like now Boeing is buying the airlines that they were supplying $4.7 billion. It's like they have so much money. If you were wondering if they killed their whistleblowers, after someone drops, if a company drops $4.7 billion, they sneeze, they're like achoo, and $4.7 billion falls out of their faces onto a company that was also thinking, hey, maybe we should be suing you because you've supplied us all of these crazy planes that don't work. um yeah, they're just gonna buy the company. How crazy is that? You feel sorry for America? Don't cry for me, Argentina. Truth is, we were always gonna go this way. Empires don't last forever. We always go down the drain. And that's the problem, Argentina. Look, don't feel bad for America. We had a good run. We did it. We had it all. We had it all. We were like that you could do anything type of crowd. We were like adolescents, fucking everything that moved and driving the Porsche right off the cliff. That was us. We were like Luke Perry in 90210. We had it all, man. We were rich. Our parents were gangsters. We had a Porsche that we could drive off a cliff, and it wasn't that big of a deal. We had it all, man. We were hanging out with Brandon and Brenda at the Peach Pit, bro. We were chilling. We had it all. We could do anything. America, we had it all. Don't feel bad for us, man. We had it all. We did it. It's all going to fall. It was all destined to fall apart. Now somebody else's turn. Mm. Let China do it for a while. Let China do it. Everybody loves China. They haven't done anything bad in a really long time. China, China, China. They haven't done anything wrong. Everyone loves China. They don't kill hardly any of their people in their concentration camps up in the Uyghur prisons. They hardly do it. They treat Muslims tops. If you think America's Islamophobic, wait till you see China. You're going to love them. You're going to love them. Now that we got a new daddy in town, the new kid on the block, the BMOC, the big man on campus, let China do it. You're going to love them. Look, America had a good run. And now if you think America is homophobic and racist, wait till you see China. You're going to love them so much more than America. They are way more homophobic and Islamophobic and racist and all that other good stuff. And also sexist. Yeah, women don't do very well either. You wait. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it when China's in charge. When China's the main superpower on planet Earth, you're gonna dig them. You're gonna dig them. So Hurricane Beryl takes aim at southeastern Caribbean. It's a pretty crazy thing happening. A storm's a brewing. Ukraine is releasing thousands of prisoners so they can join the fight against Russia. I think that's amazing. When you start emptying out your prisons so that you can fight in wars, that's what America did at the end of Vietnam. You know that? You could do that. You could just, hey, we got a bunch of people in prison. You want to pardon them and put them in the war? Yeah, why not? Stick them in there. Hey guys, want to be free? Here's a gun. It's going to be great. It always works out. What a shame. All these innocent people will have to die in the Ukraine. It's continue to die. North Koreans are seen wearing Kim Jong-un pins for the first time as his personality cult grows. Wow, Kim Jong-un pin. How do I get one of those? How do I get one of those? People will love it. All right, so there's two animal stories in here. One is the lab-grown meat maker hosts Miami tasting party as Florida ban goes into effect. So this is kind of a fun one. So everyone knows that Florida banned lab-grown meat. So they're gonna have a festival of the flesh. Literally, they're gonna go and they're gonna have a tasting party all throughout Florida. Their ban of lab-grown meat is set to go in effect next week. So here's a last hurrah. Here it is. California based Upside Down Foods hosted dozens of guests Thursday evening on a rooftop reception in the city's Wynwood neighborhood. Oh, I've been there. Known for its street art, breweries, nightclubs, and trendy restaurants. I bet that was a happening party. This is delicious meat, Upside Down Foods CEO and founder Uma Valetti said. And we just fundamentally believe that people should have a choice to choose what they want to put on their plate. A choice to choose. That's what we need, is a choice to choose. Why can't we choose the choice? I want to choose the choice. Chef Mika Leone, owner of Caja Caliente, the hot box in Coral Gables, prepared the cultivated chicken for Thursday's event, which has invited members of the South Florida public to get their first and possibly last taste of cultivated meat before the Florida ban begins. There you go. You have chicken tostadas with avocado, chipotle crema, and beet sprouts. Here, you could have had it. You could have done it, guys. You could have, shoulda, woulda. If you were in Florida at the right place at the right time, you too could have had lab grown meat. Everyone thinks it's going to be it's going to solve all of our problems, just like lab grown diamonds solved all of the problems in Africa. Lab grown meat will save the planet. That's it. That's how it is. You know, this AI thing, it's really kind of funny to me. So I got into this argument on Instagram. It's in my stories on Instagram if you care. But this artist put up I hate this AI. It looks like shit. And it costs so much in the environment. So I'm like, don't talk about the environment if you're still eating animals. Go screw yourself. And he's like, well, we got bigger fish to fry. I'm like, well, we're killing almost 3 trillion fish every year. Maybe that's a bigger story than any other story. If you think there's any other bigger story than 3 trillion fish a year, then you're lying. Don't tell me you care about the environment if you're still killing animals for flesh. Don't tell me. All these artists saying that, oh, I'm against AI for the environment. No, you're against AI because the AI can do what you do. That's why you're against it. Don't give me this BS. I'm sick of all the BS, man. I've heard it from all my life. All these excuses, self-serving douchebags, telling me like, oh, it's okay to eat animals. We're literally omnivores. Okay, well, we're literally techno freaks. Does that mean that if AI was destroying the planet, then we should do it because we love technology. Like, we're literally techno freaks. So technophiles. Anyway, here's technology for you. They're making fake animals for you to put into your face holes. Who wouldn't love that? Who doesn't want a fake animal to put into their face hole? Speaking of which, they found out, I'm trying to go back. For some reason, this Associated Press sucks. Why does Associated Press suck so bad? Okay, here we go. The one last thing I wanted to mention was this thing about the mastodons, the woolly mammoth. You guys heard about the woolly mammoth situation? Arizona tells the story of ancient animals through their fossilized poop. Wow. This is about the Tyrannosaurus Rex digested food to look at its poop. Wow. It's their poop. How dare you call the Tyrannosaurus Rex an it? It's a pooseum. Look at this, the pooseum. Fossilized pieces of feces of prehistoric animals. You can go there along the Williams, along Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66 and go look at some dinosaur poop. They had bone fragments and a piece of fossilized excrement at the new museum in northern Arizona. It's called the Pooseum. That indicate T-Rex was much wasn't much of a chewer, but rather swallowed whole chunks of prey. Oh my gosh, they're like a xenomorph. The sample is one of the more than 7,000 on display at the museum that opened in May in Williams, a town known for its Wild West shows along Route 66, wildlife attractions, and a railway to Grand Canyon National Park. You can go there and see wild animals. Can you believe that? Except they're not wild, they're in cages instead. Look at this. It's just like he's got bones that are going into President and Curator George Francis of Museum. He's got this T-Rex is sitting on a toilet, and they have pictures. You can go find all the poop. There you go. Go see the poop over at Williams. When you're on Route 66, check it out. You know, what else are you doing on Route 66? You're not driving fat. You're driving for the experience, after all, going to Route 66 and seeing the fossilized poop. The other thing that I wanted to mention was that the mastodon, they're saying, so some people think that the mastodon was hunted to extinction by humanity. Some people think that they inbred themselves into extinction, which is very, very rare. And they're finding now that it probably was a combination of many things that through DNA analysis, they're finding that, yes, there was evidence of inbreeding of the mastodon, of the woolly mammoth, but actually not nearly enough inbreeding to make them extinct. So that was something that I thought was really interesting in the news this week, or last week, I guess, that now it looks like humanity might have been just the main cause of killing the woolly mammoth, which I think is hilarious if you think about. I mean, not hilarious for the woolly mammoth, but hilarious in that we're trying to use the DNA. A lot of people are thinking that we're going to bring back the mastodon in order to eat them, and this world, they want to bring back the mastodon to eat them. Can you imagine bringing a woolly mammoth back to life and bringing them back into the world? Like, in order to do that, you have to take the genes of a woolly mammoth and then artificially inseminate an embryo. You have to get an embryo going, but the embryo still needs to be carried to term. So they put that inside of an unwilling, non-consenting elephant. So they take a woolly mammoth's embryo and they put it into an elephant. The elephant gives birth to a woolly mammoth. And the woolly mammoth has to grow up going, why is it so hot? Why is it always so hot? Could someone can someone get it colder in here? God damn it. Because they'd be doing it in like San Diego or some shit. These poor bastards. These poor freaking woolly mammoths. God damn it. Sky, did you see the news on human skin being lab grown for use with AI robots? I did not see that, no. But why wouldn't they be growing it for like burn victims? Wouldn't you be growing AI skin for burn victims? They're growing it for AI robots? I mean, why not? Why not? The first thing that they want to do is screw a robot. That's the first thing they want to do, is to screw a robot. Yeah. Nah, the mastodon still exists. They're touring in Texas this month. But that's hilarious. The mastodon. Yeah. Good. It's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. It's time to... Yeah, it's getting hot in here. Can you imagine being a woolly mammoth? Like, they were around during the Ice Age. Can you imagine, like, hey, the planet's heating up. What's the last thing humanity's going to do right before we bring back... Right before we melt the planet, what do? We bring back the woolly mammoth. He's like, it's hot. Why? Why have you done this to me? Why did you bring back the hairy elephant? You bastards, you sadistic humans. You're horrible. Didn't you know it's not so hard to not abuse animals?
It's so hard to not abuse animals.
Carnies can fuck themselves. Go fuck themselves.
This is a shot of all.